So I'm late. I know I'm late. I'm late to this party. Everyone has already talked about this VR game, and I'm still here a month later, and I'm late to this party, I'm late to the review, I'm late to everything, but you know what? I may be late, but it doesn't mean I come empty-handed. I bring offerings of candy. The candy may be a month old and is still from the holidays, but you know what? Candy is still candy. Yeah, so hi, future me talking now. So, yeah, about the whole 1 month, it's now been 2. I'm really bad about procrastination. Sorry about that. Tangents aside, everyone and their mother has already talked about this game. But it left such an impact on me, I kinda wanna talk about it too. Let's talk about Against. It's beautiful, it's atmospheric, it's dark, it's stunning, and it packs a punch! Pun 200% absolutely intended. It's a game that coins itself as a combat rhythm game. It's like a mixture of a Beat Saber meets Pistol Whip. It's interesting. It's a combination you don't entirely expect to work. In a weird way, it does. There's some really good things about this game, but this game has some huge flaws to go along with it. Let's really take a moment. Let's talk about some things that are really good, and let's talk about some things that are really bad, and whether or not I can actually recommend this game. Let's talk story. The campaign is actually fairly short at roughly an hour, maybe an hour and a half. There are cute little comic book-like cutscenes with classic cheesy B-movie voice acting. It's funny and it's cute, but when you look at it as a plot, it's only about ankle deep. You certainly get the feeling as if you were some sort of action hero in a very beautiful but dark world, very Michael Bay-esque. The environments are absolutely stunning, and you get the fun and joy of seeing 7 different environments that are all pretty varied. Although it's kind of hard to catch much of a glimpse of these beautiful environments, as honestly, the action has you more focused on trying not to die or focusing on deflecting and killing enemies in your wake. But enough about campaign. What is gameplay like? And editor's note part 2, Electric Boogaloo. So before I really get into this part, let me put in a quick oopsie. I used Live to record my gameplay for the widest FOV and smoothest recording possible, and so of course my arrows did not show up. I'm going to be using my own footage as well as footage from other YouTubers. I will be leaving credit to their channel in the bottom right hand corner. Alright, now that I have addressed that, editor's note over. So here's where things are both really good and really bad. You use your controllers to swipe in arrow prompts to move in the direction that you are prompted. You also use your controllers to either punch, slash, or shoot at incoming enemies with the provided weapons. The surprising quick-paced nature of the weapons keep you on your toes and keeps the adrenaline going. The sensation is unreal, as your character is leaping, twisting, turning, slashing, punching, and shooting at enemies to make progress. It's a real workout as you squat, lunge, and duck away from enemies. When I was live streaming this on my Twitch channel, yes, shameless self-plug, I was winded and dripping in sweat. The music is widely varied and seemed to sprinkle a little bit of variety with 7 different songs. However, although there are 7 different songs, I personally only found 2 levels really enjoyable in terms of musical taste, while the other 5 seemed to be rather generic, royalty-free style music. At one level, I genuinely thought I was playing to the music of literally any sports montage on YouTube. And while the combat is mostly nice, the timing of the slashes and other attacks seem to be rather random. At times, it's on beat and enjoyable. At other times, the game is unsure of what tempo to give you, and it ultimately breaks your combat flow. Enemies will slow down and ruin timing, especially the ones that will shoot at you, and you do have to deflect them perfectly with very little margin for error, as the game has moments that rush you with enemies that you do have to move in sequence with. It's as if the game wants to thrive as a pistol whip meets Beat Saber game, but struggles to find its own identity as its own addition to the VR gaming world. While I personally enjoy this game, and yes, it is fun to play at times, the timing throws so many things off. The lack of additional story, unlike Pistol Whip's 2 campaigns and additional one-shot stories, falls to the detriment of Against, which only has 7 core levels at varying difficulties, and on stream, I was able to complete the entire campaign in just over an hour. As a game to encourage movement and working out, I can absolutely recommend this game. As a rhythm game, sadly not so much. The timing is all over the place, and unlike Pistol Whip, the game is not so forgiving with breaking the explicit timings that it wants you to have for certain parries or attacks. The boss fights are drawn out and are extremely awkward. I found myself too short to fight some, having to actually do bunny hops to follow through with the slashes it wanted me to do. If I could use a comparison outside of VR, I'd actually compare it to Temple Run with rhythm-like elements. It isn't perfect, and it has a lot of potential, but the game itself have moments that are a bit questionable. It is in early access, which makes me have a significant amount of hope for its future if, and I say if, additional campaigns, maps, and mod support is provided. However, at this time, I'm gonna have to say, wait for a sale or wait for more content. While it is super awesome and incredibly impressive, the lack of additional songs or campaign really hurt the aspect of replayability for this game. So do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you happen to really like this content, please let me know as well. Maybe drop a follow, maybe hit the bell. Regardless, it's kind of my thoughts on Against, and if you like seeing VR reviews, or maybe you would like to see other reviews, maybe, let me know. Until next time, bye!